We brought a kitten for our cat, and here's how it went. Meet Loki. My partner rescued him last week. He just brought him home after work one day as a surprise. He rescued him from a family that had to keep him and his siblings locked in a bathroom, unfortunately, because they had big dogs and didn't have the capacity to look after kittens. Apparently, my partner went into this house and fell in love with him straight away. He was such a little escape artist and he needed lots and lots of attention. So we knew he'd be the perfect little brother for our cat Marco. Now, if you haven't been watching my videos, Marco always appears in the background of my sitting talking videos because he's a very needy, loving boy. He gets so hyper and has the zoomies all the time, and he needs lots of constant attention. Unfortunately, me and my partner have been working way more hours, so we thought we'd pick him up, a hyperactive little friend, to play with him while we were out. We set up this cute tower and like a little village for Loki in the bedroom. I think he was overwhelmed by having so much space because he'd been trapped in a cage for such a long time. We set him up a little food area, a little toilet, and we put down a towel because we didn't know how messy he was going to be. It was quite concerning to us though, because Loki was eating a lot more food than we suspected for a kitten, because we had our boy Marco from 9 weeks old. We started to kind of doubt whether he was 9 weeks because he can't see, and the camera doesn't do justice of how small this boy actually is. He's about the size of a Coke can, but we ignored this at the beginning and introduced the boys. They were playing straight away, but we've had to keep a really close eye on them because Marco does not know how big he is compared to this baby. Straight away from moving into our house, you could tell how social and actually how relaxed Loki was. He seemed very happy in his new home. And he got very cuddly with me and his new dad. It was really, really cute to see, and it's really nice to have a kitten around. Marco, on the other hand, started to play quite violently, so we have had to keep an eye on him. He is just overexcited about having a new friend to play with because he's been on his own. Well, we play with him a lot, but he's been on his own a lot in the day for work, and it's just not fair. It was really nice to see our boys playing and getting along. But the more relaxed Loki became, the more concerned we actually started to get for him. He was tiny. We couldn't get over how little he was. And on top of that, when he relaxed in the evenings, we noticed these sticky little things getting stuck like to the bottom of his fur. And we noticed he had worms. The owner that we had bought him from had promised that she had flea treated him, worm treated him, and that he was 9 weeks. But we weren't having any of this. Also, whenever he ate, his stomach became really, really, really bloated. And he was eating so much that we just knew we had to rush him to the vet. So I took him down to this charity called the PDSA, and they were so extremely helpful. So we took him into the vet, and he was climbing all over me. He was being a cheeky little boy. I mean, to be honest, we'd only had him for 2 days at this point. So it's understandable why he was kind of confused and hypo because he didn't know whether to play or not. They prescribed us with some medicine and they weighed him. It turns out he only weighs 156 kilograms and he's actually 6 weeks old, not 9 weeks old. He's way more of a baby than we thought. When he got home, he had such a nice time cuddling his brother and cuddling up to his dad, and I think he realised he was in a safe home. We've had to give him medicine and it took a lot of time treating his worms, and unfortunately, the medicine did make him quite ill, but making this video about a week later, he is so much happier and healthier and actually starting to really, really reduce his bloating. Although another concern of ours is how small he is. Now, the vet confirmed that he is actually underweight for his age, so we're beginning to think that he has been quite neglected by his previous owners. It's been quite a stress, but we are very thankful that we managed to adopt him and that he doesn't have to suffer anymore and that he's safe in our home. Yeah, they confirmed that he was underweight and also that he was most likely the runt of the litter and that he could have had previous health issues. So all we're going to do about this is make sure that we keep Marco updated on his jabs, and when Loki is old enough, get him jabbed and spayed and make sure that he is a healthy little boy. This PGSA pet charity has been so amazing, helping us, and honestly I could just sleep at night knowing now that he's not so not poorly anymore. Him and his brother are really getting along, and it's really nice to see them playing and them like really warm up to each other. Marco's playing is still a little bit full on, but we're working on that, and as I'm narrating this video, they have behaving a lot better. For the first few nights we slept with them in separate bedrooms, and there was one person in each room, and then we slowly started leaving the door open and introducing, this is them thinking all the pillows is a sofa board to play in. Unfortunately I drew the short straw. I had to sleep on the sofa, but I was very happy because I got to sleep with my baby Marco, who will forever be my baby even if there's a new kitten. They got the zoomies and very playful at bedtime, and I was just like, please, I have not had any sleep, can I go to bed? The first night that they shared the same room, oh my gosh, it was chaos. Like about every half an hour I think they woke me up because they were play fighting, or one of them was crying because they wanted attention, and it was quite difficult. But now they started to warm up. I literally woke up the other day with 2 cats curled up on my chest purring, and it was the most relaxing experience in the world. Honestly, this little fella as well has such a huge appetite, so we had no worries about needing to fatten him up. Another fun fact about Loki is we figured out he loves screens. So when my partner was watching the boxing on the screen, and even when I'm on Instagram, he like taps the screen and really acknowledges it. Obviously we've got to play into this too much, but it's quite funny to see that he is turning into a little iPad kid. Eventually Marco has started begging for Loki's attention, and he's really enjoying his time here. I just love this clip of Loki trying to sneak up on him and Marco showing off his belly and being all cute and letting him know that this is a safe environment for him to be in. And I think it's taken about 5-6 days for Marco to actually start grooming him. This was such a big step, just knowing that Marco's accepted him as a baby and kind of tapped into those, I don't know if boys have maternal instincts, but that's the only way I could describe it, as maternal instincts of, oh, I must look after and nurture this baby, even if his play fighting is a little bit aggressive. It's not aggressive, it's a little bit dominating. However, because they're both boys, and obviously this is Marco's territory, I think it makes sense that he does like to nibble at him a little bit. This is them playing through the door when I was going to leave for work. I left a tiny gap so they could still see each other. Honestly, it's just so cute to watch them play and get along with each other so much. And this is Marco's Marco's signature move of asking for attention. It's just rolling around the floor and acting really, really cute. He knows exactly how to get what he wants. If you're watching this video and thinking, oh my god, he's so cute, I want one, I will pre-warn you, having a kitten, especially, I don't know if I said earlier, it was confirmed he's actually 6 weeks old. Having a kitten so young is such full-on work. Like, genuinely feel like I've had a real child. Now, like, I've never had a real kid, I've only had cat babies, but for somebody that has mental health issues, like, it is very full-on to look after them, but I find it really rewarding. And this is him nuzzling and getting all comfy in my hoodie, and yeah, moments like this where he's cuddly and making biscuits is really what gets you through the cat throwing up on your bed or peeing on your bed at 1 AM vibes. This was one of the first times Marco started grooming Loki. And another thing I found is you cannot eat in peace. This is him nosing around my pasta and Marco coming in because he's hungry. They found a box and they were playing together. It's just so nice to see the brothers. I can't wait to take photos of them sat like this when he's so much bigger. It has been a very, very full-on journey of pretty much parenting and separating and teaching and learning for both us and the boys, but they're both really happy with each other, and that's all we could ask for. Hope to see you in another video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Okay, love you, bye.